Hello ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm your host Airsoft Al, and I want to bring another one of these videos of basically make Airsoft fun again. And this is one I've seen a lot of, especially when I did the live stream, basically answering questions about the book I'm actually writing, uh, and even a few other things when bringing up in the videos, especially in the comments, be it from AP81 or anyone else really, in the hobby. And this is a hobby, and a sport, and while yes, people would like to say it's a sport, it's us running around with toy guns. Toys, essentially. And here's the problem. So many players right now get so into this, so devoted into this, that they completely forget that it's just meant to be fun. It's not meant to be taken seriously. The big thing is that they try to project what is meant to be a quote-unquote good gun. And that's kind of a big turnoff for a lot of people. And this is a saying I'm going to go ahead and I've said a lot of times, because it applies to every aspect of life. It is not the tool, it is the man behind the tool. Okay, that might be a bad example. What I mean to say is, and this comes from my grandpa, and this comes from a lot of soldiers, this comes from anyone who's ever been in the firearms community as a whole, it's not the gun, it's the person behind the gun. Literally saying that it doesn't matter if it's an expensive gun, it doesn't matter if your firearm is something you got out of a pawn shop, or probably the best Beretta has ever made, or is something straight out of Russia, or the Czech Republic, or Czechoslovakia. Uh, Even if it's the most expensive French gun ever made, with the best parts, and you putting hundreds of thousands of dollars into it, to be custom made, engraved, and all that, at the end of the day, it's just a gun. And the performance of the gun comes from the shooter, not from the firearm itself. You could have the best tuned rifle as a whole. You could have the best anything. And this comes from my experience in the field itself, because back in 2016 when I was playing, there was a guy who actually had a really good custom classic army. And I'm talking like the expensive classic army. And he said that, oh, this is the greatest thing ever, this is the best thing ever, this will outshoot you, this will outrange you. And then I beat his ass. Not in the sense of I literally got into a fist fight with him. No, I knew the area. I knew how to actually traverse in the woods. I knew how to handle the woods. I knew how to hide in the woods. I knew how to be a guerrilla, essentially, and be a guerrilla fighter. And I went in there with a stock out of the box IWI Tavor X95. And that's it. Literally, I went and beat him with a, at the time, and I think still is pretty expensive and a little overpriced in my opinion, $100 little, or not even $100, my god, it was like $85 clamshell packaged bullpup gun from Umarex USA. And he got pissed at me. Like, he legitimately got pissed at me because he was so upset that his gun that he basically spent thousands of dollars on to basically make as good as, like, modern day equivalent is a Tokyo Marui custom gun, or like one of the Speedsoft guns, and somehow got really pissed at me because I had basically kept beating him over and over again, and literally asked me, hey, is your gun custom? I'm like, no, it's not custom. And he's like, okay, why the hell were you able to beat me so much? I've got the best gun, I got the best gear. And it's like, it's not the gun, it's the player. And that's something I think a lot of people have misunderstood in Airsoft, especially now with the commenters who are commenting saying, oh, you need to spend so much money on a gun. It's not the gun, it's the player. You could have the most expensive Airsoft gun possible. You could basically have the best Tokyo Marui custom build ever. And yes, Tokyo Marui is the highest standard when it comes to Airsoft. I don't care who the hell you are. Tokyo Marui is out there, is up there. And then second's GNG. You could have the most expensive gun possible. You could have the most high-tech Airsoft gun possible. You could have the most Gucci gear possible. But none of that compares to the player. None of that compares to the skill you have as a player. None of that compares to when you're out there in the woods thinking you're able to play this field because it's your first time there, and you basically think everyone else is not on your level, and then you realize that you are a US soldier in Vietnam and the trees are speaking Vietnamese. that is why, in my opinion, airsoft is becoming less fun. Because people are taking it way too damn seriously. People are taking it way too fucking seriously with the gear. People are taking it way too fucking seriously with everything else. We need to not take things so seriously. For God's sakes, the sport is literally us running around with toys. Toys, people. This is why Nerf, in terms of communities, Nerf is probably the best community out there for just general fun, general silliness, general not taking it so seriously. This is why I love Nerf, because Nerf is not serious. It's not super serial. They're just having fun. They just want to have fun. And they just want to show off the crazy builds they've done. That's what I want. That's why I go with the airsoft communities I'm in. I'm in with the Airsoft Heretics group because of the cool builds they do, because of the crazy creations they do. That's why I'm with a lot of 3D printing groups, because of the crazy builds they do and a lot of cool stuff they build. Whenever I hear someone say, "Oh, hey, did you check out the new Avalon?" It's like, it's just an AR-15. It's just an AR-15. And then I go over here to the SRU group and it's like, "Oh, cool, they made a really cool bullpup. That's cool." Or, hey, they made an awesome helmet that actually has a built-in anti-fog system. That's cool. I want to know what the technology behind that is. And then you have people who try their best to basically push things that generally people just do not give a shit about. It's like, "Oh, did you shim your gears?" It's like, what the fuck is that? It's like, "Oh, you need to shim your gears." It's like, it works. Why should I care about gears need to be sheared? It works. Why should I'm not like super serious into the sport. I'm not gonna just drop money into it that I'm just going to casually play. And that's another thing about the sport with people taking it way too damn seriously, is that people take it way too serious with the gear setup, with the gear ratio, with this and that. We're not speed softers. I'm not a speed softer. I'm not going out here to try and be super serial and try and get into the sport as deep as possible. You want that? Go check out an HPA channel or go check out a Speedsoft channel. Hell, HPA basically beats everyone. And I'll say that right now. When I finally do get an HPA setup, I'll basically say, "Hey, fuck you guys." Literally, that's it. It's literally once you get to HPA, electronics, gear shimming, all that stuff doesn't matter. Because HPA apparently is better than everyone else. Except Tokyo Marui. Apparently they can't beat Tokyo Marui until Tokyo Marui comes out with their own HPA setup. Then Tokyo Marui basically is better again. But you know what I'm saying, folks. You people take this stuff way too damn seriously. And that's kind of hurting our image, is we're starting to seem like those damn tryhards in Call of Duty, like those damn tryhards in the Battlefield Milsim community who take it way too damn seriously and try to think they're Arma. Battlefield Milsim community is not Arma. You're not Arma. Arma, even, is... I'm not even going to say anything about Arma, because I know if I do... I know if I say anything negative about Arma, then I'm going to probably get heat from it, but... what I'm trying to say is that lay the fuck off. You're hurting our image more than helping it. What I'm trying to do with my channel is try to cultivate a positive image for the sport. I'm not trying to be super serious. I'm just trying to have fun. And that's what Airsoft needs to be right now. We need to post a positive image. We need to post a fun image. We need to be fun. We don't need to be super serial. We just need to be fun. And that's what I want to do. So if you got a problem with that and you hate fun, then fuck off. Go start your own damn channel. Go be super serial on your own channel. I don't give a fuck. You're not paying my bills. You ain't paying my taxes. Why should I care what you think? And in the end of the day, I know that once... it doesn't really matter, because all it is just a bunch of guys running around with toy guns. That's all it is, really. But either way. I know I was rambling there, but I just had to get that off my chest. Anyway, thank you all for watching. As always, I've been Airsoft Al, the common man's Airsofter, who is just trying to have fun. That's all I want to do, is just have fun. Till next time.